Hi everyone. One amazing job. It looks really great. I went through the menu, the booking dashboard, and the booking details. I know there's still some changes that need to be made. I tried not to include those in the video, so sorry if I'm repeating something you already know. To start, menu, can you change pages to Fusion, remove quotes and postings completely, and then change bookings to dashboard? For the booking dashboard, I'll ignore that for now. I think this was already commented on, how this is not centered in the row. The other thing I'm noticing as I go down the list is when we have a longer load reference number, it's starting to extend into that second column. We might need to shift things a little bit more to the left. And the red underline is going a little too far out from the box, so I don't know if we can fix that. I do know you can fix that. Also, the red underline underneath here isn't the same color as this. It should actually be more like this dark pink. The filter icons over here. One, the reference number itself is missing a filter icon. Two, the filter icons for everything else actually needs to be closer to the title. See, when I refresh, these red underlines are way longer than the load number. Let's look at that. It should only be maybe up to here and end there. And let's see. I have my notes here. Status, I don't know if you guys are planning to fill this in, but if we can get some numbers and filled in as placeholders or whatever you need to do, if they all match, I guess that's fun. I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me too, but it almost seems like matches and bids aren't lining up over here. Title for customer target rate, this should be customer / and target rate is on the second line. Freight details, same thing. Details is going to be on the second line. That can help you kind of squeeze things in. Calendar icon, I know we originally had these calendar icons, but we don't need them on everything. And I was just wondering if the load examples you were pulling in had appointments. I doubt it, but we don't need all of these. We just need ones that have appointments, or show me one over here, whatever you need to do. If you tell me you can't do that, that's also okay. Icons, I'm assuming these aren't correct and don't correspond to what we need. If that's the case, can we put all four or change these up, whatever we need to do? I want to show the other two icons that are possible, and if there's any way we could make those bigger, that would be great. I also noticed this notes icon. Can we grab the correct notes icon from Adrian for this? And then it's actually going to apply to the booking details as well, because the line weight of this icon is so thick, it just is kind of an eyesore on the booking details page. Moving on to booking details, I noticed if I select a load that doesn't have the red underline under it, that when I go to the details, it still has the underline, and it shouldn't. And can we make the load priority toggle work? So when I toggle it off, this underline should actually disappear. The toaster should also not be in the center. It needs to be in the right corner. For the assign to dropdown, remove the titles. I saw some names or emails this morning, and I noticed that title was there, users list. Don't put users list, and don't put this manage assigned user. Have unassign, the gray underline, and then all of the names underneath it. For load details, this destination and origin is way too far down. If we can move it up and make the spacing between each of these lines the same, these shouldn't be so tight in here. So the spacing over here should all be the same, similar to how you did it here. Can we also darken up this light gray font over here? Customer target and this icon, they're not in the correct place. They actually need to be tightened up, similar to this. And if we can make the icons bigger, so everything should look a little bit more like this, which reminds me, can we add a placeholder for the stop and then the +2 items under commodity? Just a placeholder is fine. I'm not sure you guys could do placeholders. Oh, I'm losing my screen. One second. There it is. My fault. Thanks for bearing with me. Now I need my notes. Okay. Placeholder for stops, customer and target rate. Okay. Market outlook. Average market rate shouldn't be tabbed in. There shouldn't be this extra space. Everything should line up. I also don't think that the font colors over here should all be different. And you already noted that mode infusion bids wasn't there, but yeah, that should be there. If we don't have anything there, a dash is fine. Whether if you could fix this for tomorrow, maybe even just remove one of these and one of these. There should only be one weather for origin and one for destination. Moving forward, we'll have dates there, but it's not a requirement for tomorrow. Can we also tighten up these status bars? If we can move them a little bit more to the left to get the search bar closer to the left. If you could also shorten up the status bars in order to reduce the space and again get the search bar to the left, that would be great. 40 counts should actually be 40 matches. Let's see. Oh, I also missed 2 things on the market outlook card. Sorry about that. One is the market outlook. The end of this tile should line up to the end of this table. And for some reason on my screen, it's not doing that. And then ITS should actually be truck stop. It should say truck stop. The table itself, it's missing filter icons. The column spacing is off. If we can essentially move everything more to the left, so get rid of this space and move it to the left, that would be great. The dates under the bid status, I don't know if you could change all of these, or even if at a minimum change this to 2017 so it doesn't read 000, that would work. I know you mentioned that we'll put a dummy name or whatever in the contact. Replace the notes icon. Actions drop down. Remove add. It should just be edit and decline. Carrier contact listing modal. Can we reduce the pixel size of this so that the modal fits on one screen? And if there's time, I guess put a scroll bar here. If not, just reduce it. Whatever you need to do to make this fit on one screen. Okay, those I'm hoping we definitely have done for our demo next week. I do have a wish list that I know we didn't originally add, which is adding tooltips on some of these icons and tooltips on these buttons. Adrian's latest HTML will have that. If we can do that, that would be really great. And I did notice that the modals aren't centered on the screen. If we could center them on the screen instead of them coming up at the top. Again, that's fixed on Adrian's HTML. And we can select on this, and I can see that the cursor switches to a hand, but a black underline also needs to appear underneath the carrier name to show that I can select on it. And source modal. If you could add the source modal, that would be great. If you can't, not a big deal. Okay, I think that's it. Again, really amazing, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!